Tell us a little bit about your background, because boxing's been important to you, hasn't it? To put it mildly. No, without boxing, is it overstating it to say that your direction wouldn't have been there and you could have been in trouble without boxing?
I come from Baltimore, Maryland. I have crime rate, and it's been tough, and actually, where I'm from, the gym is in the hood, so, if it wasn't for the gym, I'd either be in jail or dead, and that's not what I want to be, boxing saved my life a lot, actually, even, signing to Floyd and me, back and forth to Vegas, saved my life also, because it was time that, before I signed with Floyd, I wasn't making that much money, so I was in and out the streets, rolling with my homeboys and things like that, but, I signed with Floyd, I moved to Vegas and things like that, and put my mind on another level, so then recently I won a belt, so I'm definitely on another level than I was before, so right now my focus is to take over the sport.
How does it feel to you, Floyd, when you hear a lad say something like that? Because despite all the success that you've had and all the monetary rewards that you've picked up, I guess hearing that and realising what you're capable of doing is kind of humbling.
We both come from similar backgrounds. Both of our mothers being on drugs. I came from my mother we used to live. Seven of me and my siblings used to live in a one bedroom apartment. No lights, no heat, but I kept believing, kept working hard, kept dedicating myself, and I always knew 224-77 a star was born, and when I see another fighter or another kid in that same situation, I just want to help them, show them a different part of life, show them something different. So, even though he was fighting professional, when you first start off, the money is really not that great if you don't go to the Olympic Games, or you don't have a crazy amateur background, or you don't have a certain individual that's sponsoring you or backing you. So what I wanted to do was just put him in the best position possible. Make sure he's comfortable, make sure his family's comfortable, but he's young. He's young. He's still going to make a lot of mistakes, but you live and you learn. And when he makes mistakes, I try to sit down and communicate with him the best way I know how to. But I know what he's going through because I went through the same thing. I was young, and when you're young, when I got a ton of money at a young age, 19, 20 years old, you want everything. You want every car, you want every house. But it's a process, and that's what I learned when I signed with Al Heyman. I learned that it's a process. The world wasn't built in a day, and I got my mind on business. And once I got my mind on business, I continued to work hard inside the ring, but I wanted to make smart financial moves on the outside because I didn't want to end up like a lot of other sports celebrities or other celebrities. I wanted to have something when my career was over, and I also wanted to still have that same lifestyle. So of course he wants that flashy lifestyle. He wants the diamond Rolexes and he wants the diamond chain because when you're a young kid and we don't come from nothing, only thing we see in our neighborhoods, we don't look up to the guys on TV. We look up to the guys that's in our neighborhood. We look up to the drug dealers and the pimps and the hustlers and the gangsters. That's what we look up to. But once you get to a certain level and you surpass them, you start looking at guys. We start looking at the billionaires and say, what, I want what he got. You know what I'm saying? Because you surpass a certain level and you move on to a whole nother level. So this kid, he busts his ass, day in and day out. And it's all about, hard work and dedication. And we're going to continue to go out there and do what we do. We're going to be flashy, we're going to be flamboyant. That's us. Just because I got a diamond watch and you got the same watch without diamonds.
I wish.
No, it doesn't make us any different. You know, we get up and put our pants on, we say our prayers, we believe, we love our family just like everyone else. And you know, we're gonna continue to stick together, we're gonna continue to work hard. And Leonard Ellaby, like I said before, we've been working together 21 years now. And I just want to thank the lawyer in the back, John, because we've been working with John. I've been working with John since probably 1996. Probably 1994, actually. I've been knowing John, one of the best lawyers in boxing. I want to say thank you, John, because a lot of times we come up on the podium and you don't ever get your just due. So I just want to say thank you. And you know, I'm up here talking a lot, but this is about Tank. This is about Liam Walsh. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Go out there and get the fans what they want to see Saturday.
Liam, when you hear talk about